This morning at 4 a.m., a boat carrying migrants capsized in the English Channel, and at least 50 people had to be rescued. It looks like 6 of them have died, and they were. The UK says that it was aware of an incident in the Channel. HM Coast Guard are working on a coordinated response, and further information will be provided in due course. The Home Secretary has chaired a meeting with the Border Force, and she says, "My thoughts and prayers are with those affected by the tragic loss of life in the Channel today. This morning I spoke with our Border Force teams who have been supporting the French authorities in response to this incident." The tragedy happened as she and her cronies in the Home Office are dealing with the Legionella bacteria that was found in the Bibi Stockholm because they hadn't done their checks in time before they put people into the barge in what is a complete and utter farce. A union boss has warned the UK government that it has blood on its hands over the Channel tragedy. It is a moral disgrace. The head of Public and Commercial Services Union, Paul O'Connor, said this is a readily available policy to prevent. There is a readily available policy to prevent this tragic loss of life. Unfortunately, our calls on the government to adopt it have fallen on stony ground. It's clear they have no desire to prevent these dangerous crossings. Instead, they're pouring taxpayers' money down the drain on policies that are unlawful, unworkable, and doomed to failure. Ministers want to scapegoat refugees, he says, in a bid to distract from the catastrophic failings on people's living standards. They don't care that people die as a result. They have blood on their hands. Natalie Elphicke, the Conservative MP for Dover, has said that these overcrowded and unseaworthy death traps should obviously be stopped by the French authorities from leaving the French coast in the first place. Well, there's only so much the French police can do to catch people. And the better option all the way has been to put Home Office, border offices, effectively consulate offices on the French coast, to put consulate offices in Albania, to put consulate offices in Italy, Greece, Spain, so that people can begin the process of applying for asylum or applying to work in this country, can experience the acceptance or the rejection, depending on Suella Braverman's whims and dreams of the moment. And so that can be done without loss of life, without them risking their life on the Channel. That will automatically and immediately stop the trafficking system. That will break the business model. Everything else is simply rhetoric. And nobody's listening outside this country. Nobody is listening to the mad Home Office Minister, Suella Braverman, or to her deputy poodle, the boy Robert Jenrick, about whom I expected significantly more than the rubbish than the filth he sprouts. I mean, it's extraordinary. I've seen more useful manure on my patch of rhubarb.